Welcome back. Christina Donnell, one of your dreams, one of your chapters, Piercing the Illusion of Time and Space, you relate a couple of stories of dream scenes that manifested some years later in life. You didn't have a clue who these people were in your dreams, but later on, you actually met those people. Tell us a little bit about those kinds of dreams and what did you take from them?
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm thinking of maybe the first one I wrote about, the Transcendent Dream, Awake Within a Dream. I'm watching a motorcycle going around a curve. It has a man and a woman, both without helmets on it, and it crashes. And the man tumbles off, and then in the dream, it slows down, and my awareness reconfigures into a pair of hands, of which I'm like, as she's flying through the air, my hands are holding her head until she hits the pavement. And they're there in the dream time until emergency vehicles come on the scene. And then my hands evaporate and then I evaporate from the dream. I don't think anything of it. You know, I'm a transcendent dreamer. I have a lot of dreams. But many years later, actually, when I was writing Transcendent Dreaming, I had a colleague come up to me and say, Christina, I really want to refer someone to you for one of your shamanic teachings, but she's a fundamental Christian. And I don't know if she'll come. She said, but she described an extraordinary experience. And she, of course, described to the psychologist, which she was searching for the answer for, that she'd had this motorcycle accident. Her partner had died, and she'd felt a set of spirit hands guiding her onto the pavement, which she too also knew dissolved upon emergency vehicles coming. Of which, in the moment, my colleague and I are just having lunch. But I am writing Transcendent Dreaming at the time. So this is the beauty of, you start to see how the source and manifestation, there's a harmony that has a chord and an overchord that's just always in song or singing. I mean, that moment didn't need to happen. And interestingly, she never came, you know, and thank goodness in some ways she didn't. I don't know how I would explain something like that. It wasn't me. It was the dreaming. It was the unseen manifesting for all its mysterious reasons. But I've had a number of dreams that I have the transcendent dream, and then years later, or 2 days later, or a week later, they unfold in the manifestation. So they are a part of being participatory in an energy that is unseen, that is outside of space and time, past, present, and future, that is influencing the manifestation. And that's why I wrote Transcendent Dreaming, to show that these states, which, Sandy, I believe we are all in at night. We just don't, we're not awake dreamers, so we don't know we're having the experience. But I think the human consciousness is a part of this grand symphony and song in the manifestation and the mystery of which the linear mind cannot make meaning.